How are you guys doing today? How's everybody doing today? How are we all doing? Good to see everyone here. So, thing is like, okay, we are constantly racing against our thoughts. You notice that, right? Our thoughts are constantly racing against us. We tend to associate ourselves with our thoughts. Stop associating yourself with your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. Hey, what's up? How you guys doing today? Good. You know, your world, the world we live in, and you got to get this. You inhabit a subjective world, a subjective universe, a subjective, whatever you want to call this place. It's all subjective. It's no objective reality. And I'll drive this home even more. Look at your brain, man. Your brain is encapsulated in a skull. Your brain has never seen any of this. Hey, who's this? Mark, I had a dream with you and you told me that we had a meeting on the 8th, which landed on a Wednesday. So bizarre. The 8th is that's a good number. 8, very positive number. Okay. You keep seeing 222. It's a great sign. It means don't give up. Things are getting ready to work in your favor. But check this out. Your brain can't see any of this stuff, but yet you're seeing it. The only thing your brain has to decode your reality, listen to this. The only thing the brain has to decode reality is electromagnetic frequency. Electromagnetic chemical frequency waves. Yeah, I gotta repeat that. Listen to me. What you're seeing right now, your brain can't see any of that. The only thing your brain sees or uses is electrochemical signals. So the world you see is subjective to you and you alone. The world your friend sees, or he or she, is subjective to he or she alone. No one else. That's why you hear them say, it's your perception. It's not the way things are, my friends. It's the way you see things are. Everything just is. It's how you perceive it. Hi Mark, I had a dream I want to scratch off and the price was bunking in colors. Yeah, I just did a live. I was just on with another TikTok live here. And look, I got some scratch offs and I was talking on that live as well, so I'll go here as well. So there's a couple tickets here I have. Where is it at? Okay, here is it. This one, is it this one here? No, but I'll see if I can find these tickets here to show you your world is subjective world. So many scratch tickets here, you know. Because you got the observer, you have the self. You don't want to be the self, you want to be the observer. How's it going, guys? I'm going great. So look, so this ticket, okay, which one is this one? All right. So this one right here, you see this ticket? All those hundreds on there, that's a $1,000 winner. This ticket right here, one win. Which one is this one? Let's see. This one is the scan. Oh yeah, this one is a 5K winner right here. See that? 5,000, 1,000, and I got a whole bunch of other tickets I haven't checked yet. I was going to just these two I checked and they came up, so who knows what the other ones are. But all of this happens because I live as the observer, and I limit the association with myself. In other words, I'm not the self, man. I'm the observer of the self. I don't associate myself as this person here, Mark Haughton. I associate myself as the observer of the higher consciousness of who I am, the higher being of me. That's what I associate myself with. Okay, who's this here? I'm good at scratch-offs when I go to Florida, but mostly in Alabama, and I'm not good at casinos. What is the secret to casinos? The secret to casinos, the secret to all of this stuff is you have to escape your identity, your name, your beliefs, the limiting beliefs, who you are, what you think you're capable of doing. That's tied to yourself. You have to become the observer. And the observer will use feelings and energy. So if you're at the casino, I've done this before. I go to the casino and I touch my hands on the machines, and I actually pick up the energy of which machine is getting ready to pay out. I've done it a few times. All these machines in the casinos, they're programmed to pay out at a certain time. And you can actually pick up, if you're good enough and if you're truly connected, you can pick up the subtle difference in the energy, because it gives off a certain frequency. And when anything is going to manifest, it gives signs and frequencies. That's just how this stuff works. And you can pick up the frequency and you can play that machine and you can win. Remember, what world do we live in? We do not live in a material world, people. Get that in your head. Want me to repeat again? This brain is in a skull, is in darkness. Electrochemical signals are frequency waves of energy, electricity, and magnetism is what goes into your eyes through the retina, through photons, and your brain creates this movie you're watching as a subjective experience. That means in your world, you can become and achieve whatever you want based on your perception. How do I perceive my world? That's up to you. How do you, though numbers ask, how do you detach and have less resistance while still desire? Okay, when you desire something, it's inborn in your DNA. When you attach to something, it's a desire you want, but you think you need. So take out the need and the want and just leave the desire, and then you become detached. In other words, I'll make it simple. Know what you want, know it's coming, but forget about when and how, and you need it. That's the equation. And it goes against the what? Separation from the self, and go into the pure consciousness of who you are, the awareness of who you are. The observer is the higher self. You know, and I said this in other videos, and I'll say it again because I think people need to know this. In neuroscience, they cannot find any particular part in your brain that identifies as a self, who I am. None of that is in the brain. They found all the other parts in the brain. It shows where feelings, language, where emotions. But there is no part in your brain that has a self. Let that sink in for a minute, man. No part in your brain has your name, Mark, and this. So what does that show? Well, it shows what they're discovering now is that this was concocted by the frontal lobe, or the ego part of the brain, as a pattern, and it creates an identity of who you are. So it's an illusion. So there's no I or me or I am or me or this is a high. There's none of that. You're not an I in this. You are the all, the ever knowing. You are everything and nothing at the same time. You are pure consciousness. You are awareness. You can create. You can perceive. You can change. Hi, Mark. Which are the signs manifestation is on the way? Synchronicities, dreams of your desires, feeling good all the time, animals, bees, hummingbird, butterflies, ducks, animals landing on your car, music you keep hearing over again, people talking about your manifestation, same thing over, synchronicities. All these are signs your manifestation is on the way. Also, stuff start going haywire, up and down, you're in a funk, looks like things aren't going your way. These are all signs, because energy is clearing. See how it works? Hey Mark, what does it mean when I win a top tier prize on the lottery in my dreams, but I can't find a ticket? It just means that if you dream you win a top tier prize, you're going to win a top tier prize. Can't find a ticket is irrelevant. And the main part of the dream is you won. So that's a good sign, as if you won. And you know, I found that when I play a scratch off, I feel a bit anxiety resistant. So I play online draws instead to distract myself when the draw is being done. That's a good way to tune yourself in. So if you feel resistance or anxiety, it's because you feel you need it or you want it too much. You guys should never be feeling. Look, you don't need to feel resistance in anything you want, because it's already yours. You just have to learn. This is what I'm teaching you. You have to learn the identity of who you truly are. And the first lesson is this one: there is no self, no problems. And learn that. I'm showing you the science to back this stuff up. That there's no evidence of a self in your brain. It's your ego. It's concocting it. You are the person observing this. The observer cannot be the experiencer. Repeat that. The observer cannot be the experiencer. See that? If you were the thing that you were, if you are what you truly were, can't be an observation. There just only be a person that's feeling and into it. There cannot be this third party. You have a third party outside looking in. It's the observer. So it shows you have power over this. It literally means you're a conscious creator. You're pure consciousness. You're the universe. You're just a fractal part of this thing. So that means when it's all said and done, you're going to reincarnate and this consciousness goes somewhere else and comes back. All of this. That's very empowering, man. Hi, Mark. I dreamt of numbers, Euro Million Lotto, and drive a black Ferrari on the same dream. That's a premonition. That's another thing about this world we live in. To show you that we live in an immaterial world. There's no material world. Physical reality is a concept, a construct. How can this be real, but the things that create the ingredients of this thing are not real? The building blocks, the fundamental building blocks of this stuff is invisible, transparent particles, yet we see real. Real is an illusion. It's the trickery of the senses of your brain. 5 senses: smell, touch, the nerve endings, all of that. Electrochemical signals. Every single thing you're seeing are transmissions of energy and frequency. You pick it up, you get pain, you feel pain, all of this is transparent. If you change your perception, you change your life. Okay? I'm still with the visuals and scripting in the flow state. Yes. I'm glad you mentioned the flow state, because that's the powerful thing to do. The present moment is where everyone should live. At least try or put more effort into it. Because someone asked me, I was doing one on TikTok, and someone asked me, hey man, how do I detach from the self and become the observer? The secret lies in the moment. If you can be more present, the ego or the self cannot reside there. The self needs structure. It needs linear structure to conduct its routine, which takes time, future, and past. If I can eliminate that as often as possible, I'll spend more time as my observer, which I'll get more download and I'll get more opportunities. That's why I'm like the right place at the right time to win on these scratch offs. Wherever I'm going to be at, I practice that. Now, the interesting thing is, let me get this comment here. Hi, Mark. How do you do it? Example, if I finally manifest my desires in abundance, what next? How to keep that up? How to keep the attitude and negative thinking and kickback? All right. So here's the first thing you understand. You will never get out negative thinking. It's, first of all, we don't think thoughts. We receive thoughts. The only thought that you think, you're not even thinking it. It's actually downloaded in you. It's called your desires. It's the thing you want the most. That's embedded in your DNA. So that will always come up. That's why you're always thinking about your desires. But everything else is receiving. And so you're going to receive negative thoughts based on the frequency you're at. And what creates these different frequencies is our subconscious, because our subconscious is an emotional mind. It's illogical. It's always going to be open to different thoughts coming in from different parts of the collective consciousness. So that's why you can be here and you get a thought in your head like, man, where did that come from? See, I wasn't even thinking that. So take notice that, okay, you are not the thoughts. You're a receiver of the thoughts. Everything you are a receiver of everything, guys. And then you have the observer to observe it. So if you want to remove negative thoughts, change the perception of these negative thoughts. How do I change the perception of negative thoughts? Know what it is. It's a thought, an image. It's not happening now. See that? It's not happening now. You're going to be fine. Now, look, I'll drive this home. Your body, you can't even control your body. That's what I'm showing you. You see, the thing about your brain is automated, man. A lot of stuff in your brain does is automated. You don't even know it. You think you're in control. You're not in control most of the time, man. As I said before, 95% of our lives are run by our subconscious mind, right? And to tap into that stuff, you have to understand that you are observant in your perception. Now, in our life, the only one constant is change. So things are always going to change. We have to be able to adapt and to change. Our lives are never going to be the same all the time. Things are going to happen health-wise. Things may change. Definition of intelligence is the person that can adapt to change. When you can adapt to change and you change your perception, your brain can do neuroplasticity and adapt as well. That's the beauty about the brain. The brain, you can train the brain to adapt to new things. But if we keep focusing or hawking on the negative or what we don't have or what we lose, then we just enforcing that neuroplasticity of that. And that's why gratitude and being present is so important. Because once you're in the moment, you don't have time to receive thoughts or to think. You're just in that moment and you're in the flow state. And when you're in the flow state, you're with the observer, your higher self. You're connected. You're going to get things that are aligned for your purpose. You're going to get things that are going to shift you to manifest what you want. Right? This is from Dylan 4. Hey Mark, have you heard what Dave Chappelle has said about the law of attraction on a stand-up comedy show? He said it's not real and it's bullshit. I can't believe it. Well, that's not surprising, guys. You gotta understand this, right? We live in a world of perception. And here's the trick about this. The law of attraction is working whether you believe it or not. It's a universal law. It's like someone could come to me and say, man, I don't believe in gravity. It's BS. And they jump up and they come down. I say, jump up and come down. And they say, that's not gravity. That's something else. See, but the law, if we use science and we study, we know that that's gravity. So the law of attraction, all this stuff ties to our belief. So for someone to say they don't believe it, that's their perception. Their subconscious is showing them evidence in their life. For someone who says they believe it, the subconscious shows them evidence in their life. So it's not, look, first of all, none of you should be focusing on other people. You should be focusing on yourself. And this is so crucial. That's why I say this. I say, when you start to look at other people, they're going to put doubt in your manifestation. If you're going to look at people who are doing what you want to do, or who are giving you positive reinforcement. Stop looking at negative stuff because it can impress your subconscious in a negative pattern. But I would say this, every person has their own little universe. They're in their like bubble universe. And one person may not believe in this stuff, the other person may. But here's the key though, it's working whether they want to or not. Because it's a fundamental law. It's tied into electromagnetic energy. It's tied into cause and effect. It's tied into momentum. It's tied into quantum foam charge particles. The thought waves come in. They affect the field. The field reverberates and affects it back, and it comes back around. So despite all of that, it's still there. So it's what you believe, because your body, your mind only knows you. Doesn't nobody else. Doesn't know Tom, Jane, Mark, anyone. I dreamt today, whoops. I dreamt today, what we got here? I dreamt, what is it? I dreamt, sorry, okay. Lost your comment here. Where do we go when we sleep? That's a great question. I believe This is what I believe. I believe that when we go to sleep, first of all, we spend half of our life sleeping. They've done a research. I think if you live long enough, say 80 years old, you spend about almost 25 years of your life sleeping. That means you spend about 25 years in another universe, another reality. I believe that when we sleep and when we dream, we travel. We're in parallel dimensions or parallel universes. And the reason I believe that is because I'm looking now at the science of consciousness and awareness. And I'm looking now to see that our universe actually is what we call a membrane, a bubble that exists with trillions and infinite other bubbles. And then I'm also noticing that nothing is, okay, I'm going to put it the way you can understand this. All right. So the scientists that won a Nobel Prize, they discovered that the universe is non-local. It means that separation is an illusion. So what it means is that everything is entangled. And the only thing that can determine and see stuff is our consciousness and our awareness. So I'm a conscious observer of consciousness. So are you. So if I go to bed and I sleep, in my dream, I'm observing and I'm aware of something. And my body is even showing that as I sweat, and your body thinks it's real. So therefore, if all these different universes exist, and they're all connected by this conscious awareness, then when you sleep, you have to go somewhere there. And this is profound, because even when you sleep and you get dreams, how do you explain when your dreams come true? How can you dream of something in your dream and it happens like 2 or 3 days later? That's because you actually went into a part of the time-space continuum in that present moment, and you went to a coordinate that already happened. And people say, oh, you dream of the future. You didn't dream of the future, man. You dreamt of a coordinate that already happened. So when we sleep, we're going to different places, and we're meeting different people. And another thing too is the subconscious mind. If you're dreaming in your dream and you're seeing new people, you're either in a different dimension, a different world, a different universe, because the subconscious can only let you dream about people you see in your real world. So that means if you're dreaming and you see somebody you've never seen before, or maybe you've seen them and you don't remember, but your subconscious cannot see people it hasn't met before. So if you're dreaming, it's either you've seen these people. If you don't see these people, you're somewhere new. Yes, I love this by B. Leighton Brown. Listen to people that have what you want and who have been where you are. That's it. You don't listen to people. Look, you want to be a real estate investor and make money, watch somebody who's good at real estate investor. You want to do something in business, watch somebody who's do something. You want to win the lottery, or use my mind, watch someone who won the lottery like me. You got to surround yourself with people who have done or doing what you are inspiring to do in your life, because they have some sort of roadmap to it. They've done it before. So I mean, if I, like me looking at, I watch myself from observer. Okay, this guy won the lottery. This guy know how to do a lot of stuff with his mind. Let me watch him. Let me learn some stuff. This guy knows a lot about the mind and consciousness. Let me see what's up. See, that's what I would do. I surround myself with people who are on my wavelength, and that's important, because your success is only going to go as far as the people you associate yourself with. See, how to become a professional basketball player even though I am at a D3 college. All right, this is what I'm teaching you. It's about your perception, okay? So in your mind, I'm going to use an example. In your mind, you have this limitation that you're not good enough because you're at a D3 college. That limitation now is in your subconscious, so you can easily fix it. All you have to do is use your mental image and see yourself where you want to see yourself playing. And guess what happens, man? The body and the mind will start to change. Your skills will become better, because the subconscious controls the cells in your body. Your jump shot, your free throws, your focus, all that becomes good because your confidence grows. So stop focusing on what you don't want. I don't care about the D3. If you want to be a professional basketball player, you can go right to the NBA, man. But you have to see it every night. If you can see yourself, third person, first person, playing on that court, in the locker room, like a regular basketball player, your mind will begin to believe it. the body will start to achieve it, and then you will be there experiencing it. But you have to do this consistently so it gets impressed. That's how the world works, man. Hi Mark, how do we really connect to the superconscious? How do we move the subconscious to begin doing the work? So you're already connected to the superconscious. That's already there. You connect to the superconscious by being present and meditating, okay? So that's how you connect to the superconscious, by being in the moment, releasing the time construct. And to get to the subconscious, it's all about repetition and impression. Know what you want, focus on it, repeat it every night through visualization, scripting, affirmation, subliminal hypnosis. All those things can impress the subconscious. Change of scenery, all those things will put you in a state, right? Should you watch the type of music you listen to and the lyrics? Yes. Everything impresses your unconscious because it's illogical. The formula is this: only do things that make your mind feel calm and positive. What does it mean when you don't dream? Well, here's a kicker. It's impossible not to dream. So we all dream. So if you say, well, Mark, I don't dream, here's the thing. The fact you do dream, but you just don't remember you're dreaming. Every single human being have to dream. We all dream every night. Some people remember it, some people don't. For the ones who don't remember it, they just have to do a little bit of work so they can get. And what they have to do, they have to clean up their body a little bit. They have to make a certain time. Diet is important. Those type of things, releasing stress, and then you'll start to remember your dreams. But we all dream every single day. They can hook you up to an EEG, and you go to sleep, and they can see the brains when you're in REM sleep. That's called rapid eye movement sleep. That's when you're in a dream state. When your eyes moving like that, you're dreaming. Every person does it. Every single human being. Mark, what does it mean when you dream conversations with people you don't know? That means you're in a different world, different parallel universe. It could be teachers, information's coming down. It just means you're traveling somewhere else. How to lower cortisol to calm the emotional brain. 30 minutes of exercise, walking, getting yourself a massage, grounding, going outside, standing on the ground, barefoot 15 minutes. Diet, clean food. Release less stress, less worry, sunlight, meditation. All those things can reduce that stuff. Hey Susie Hart, first time seeing you live. Thanks, Susie. I'm glad you're watching them. Super conscious. Hey, I want to mention something else before I get. So look, on my channel, guys, you know that if you see, because they have these bots now, they're trying to impersonate the different YouTube creators. If you ever see anything with Mark, my picture, and a WhatsApp number, you know it's not me, okay? So they have these scammers, so don't fall for it. You will only see me if you don't. YouTube is doing something now where they're allowing, you can't hide your channel anymore to cut down on the spam. So if you ever see someone with my face on it and a WhatsApp number, just press on it and block them, or go to that thing and you see it's not my channel. So it's a lot of that's popping up all over, right? So just be aware of that. Mark, should I keep playing my lucky numbers? Yes, keep playing them if that's what you want. Anything you do consistently, you will achieve it permanently. Do we really travel in our dreams? Yes, of course. Your consciousness is infinite. Infinity. Keep that in mind, guys. We're learning through science now, little by little. Little by little. Got you. So guys, the big thing I want to leave you with now, time is a little short now, is to remember you are not the self, you are the observer. Be present, release, observe, perception, change it, impact the unconscious, repeat it consistently, and you will get your results. Flow state is the key, man. I'll see you guys again, all right? We'll do another one. Thank you.